Hey, good evening and happy Thursday. Welcome to another episode of the Pre-PT Grind Chat Live. My name is Joseph Ngugi. I'm one of the co-founders of Pre-PT Grind, where it is our aim, goal, purpose to get pre-physical therapy students into PT school without wasting time or money. Tonight's live stream is an important one because it's based on a belief system that most of us have. I sure had it. And a lot of the pre-PTs that I have interacted with, gotten on the phone with, mentored, and much more have also had this same question. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Good to see you, Taylor. Man, we have Jakari. Yo, great to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Waiting for Casey to hop on. Once he hops on, it's game over. But honestly, really, as pre-PTs, we ask ourselves a few key questions. And when you choose to become a physical therapist, you don't do it because, at least most of us don't do it because we just like found it or stumbled upon it. We do it because we have a real reason behind it. Sometimes it's based on injury. Sometimes it's based on a specific scenario that we had or an experience that we had. Let me add Casey on here. It's weak to speak to a lot of pre-PTs. What's up, Casey? How you doing, brother?
What's going on? What's going on?
Yo, nothing much, man. Nothing much. Super excited for what we're gonna talk about tonight. But what I this week after speaking to all the pre-PTs that I've spoken to, and I'm sure Casey has felt that too. Over the last few weeks, we've been talking to pre-PTs on the phone. So those of you that have had that opportunity to just talk with us, we've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed it. It's been amazing. But we were listening to why you chose to be a physical therapist. I I've had very sentimental stories shared with me. I've had stories about, a parent that had a certain disease or maybe a certain accident where they needed physical therapists to take care of them for a prolonged period of time. Like, so I had one pre-PT tell me that their father was taken care of by a physical therapist for over a year and a half because of something specific that they had. What's up, Carl? How you doing? What's up, F. Scott? What's up, Mang?
What's going on,
What's up,
y'all?
Tyler? What's up, Dan? Yo, good to see all of you. And honestly, as pre-PTs, we have to really ask ourselves, well, if I'm putting everything on the line, if I'm deciding to do physical therapy, then is there really a way for me to guarantee acceptance? What's up, Kyle? How you doing, brother? Like, we have to
What's
ask
up? What's
ourselves
up?
that, bro. Like, we have to ask ourselves, like, is it possible? And I think I'm calling it the elephant in the room because it's the question that most of us are too scared to ask. We're too scared to ask because it's risky. It's risky. The answer might be a good one. The answer might also be a bad one. And because of that, it's like, well, tell you what, Casey, I'll just kind of put my head down. I'll do whatever I have to do, and I'll just apply. And I'm just hoping that because I was called to this, because God willing, I'll get in. But we don't want to encounter, like, is it possible to guarantee acceptance? The other thing is also it becomes scarier the harder your current situation is. It becomes scarier if I have a really low GPA. It becomes scarier when I have applied 2 times. I spoke to someone that's applied 3 times and not gotten in. It becomes scarier when I've taken the GRE multiple times because the 5 schools that I'm interested in, Casey, all want the GRE. And now because I can't seem to go across the finish line, I'm just gonna find a few other schools that don't look at the GRE just so that I'm still a candidate. And I do that, and maybe I'll get accepted, maybe I won't. But we're too scared. We're scared to ask the question because it's one that we've been taught not to ask. It's one that we've been taught not to ask by our own nature. It's one that we've been taught not to ask by our faculty. It's one that we've been taught not to ask by how the system works. We've been told that hundreds of students can apply to a physical therapy program and maybe a handful will get in. So for our program, it was anywhere between 500 and 800 that could apply. And guess what? They would accept 40. So it's like, well, can I even really like how can I possibly set myself up? Isabel, good to see you. Chrislyn, good to see you. Audrey, good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. And so pre-PTs ask themselves this question, Casey. How? Like, is it possible? I had one student that I spoke to who applied this past cycle, and things did not go as planned. And there's this, like, Casey can tell you that getting rejected is a very painful process, and sometimes it lasts a little longer than we would hope to, but it is, and it's natural to feel that frustration at first. It's natural. It's okay to actually go through that process, feel it, embrace it, and go through it because it's healthy. But it's what you do afterwards. And I had this student ask me like, well, what if I just do it again and the same thing happens? Like I retook all the classes I thought to retake. I worked my behind off. I did what I was seeing on Google. I did what like I have an advisor. I did what the advisor told me. Two of the schools that I applied to, and these are real conversations. I'm not making this up. Like two of the schools that I applied to, Joseph, like I spoke to a faculty member from each one of them. They told me what I should, have been doing beforehand, what I should have changed, which classes I should have retaken. I just did exactly what I was told, and I didn't get in. So what's to say that I'll just apply again and it happens again? And that right there is where most pre-PTs who cut themselves short of becoming physical therapists miss out on their dream. That seed of doubt, that moment where, what's up, Jimmy? That moment where you just feel like there's nowhere else to go. That moment where you feel like, well, damn, like, what the, like, I just worked my tail off. I just worked my behind off to get myself into physical therapy school, and it did not work out. And now Joseph and Casey are talking about like guaranteed acceptance. What the heck do these guys know? I'm just saying what y'all are thinking. And so this is a conversation that we want to tackle hard now. This is a conversation that we want to have. It's like when you're growing up and your parents have the talk with you. You know what I'm saying? Like birds and the bees, whatever you want to call it. And it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable because as the kid, you're like, ugh, like I don't want my parents telling me all about this. And as the parent, they're nervous because they're like, shoot, I'm actually having this conversation with my kid, my child, like, and so it's a very uncomfortable situation. But I can guarantee you right now, I can guarantee this one thing, that the most amazing things in life are on the other end of a very difficult conversation or a very uncomfortable conversation. And this is a conversation that we're going to start tonight, but we're actually going to continue it on Sunday. A lot of you have seen that we are having a live webinar training called the 6 Steps to PT School Acceptance, regardless of low GPA or GRE. And that training, if you've already registered for it, can't wait to see you there. But if you haven't, I want you just to comment, invite me, so we can give you an invitation. We'll send you a message. We'll invite you. We'll make sure you're locked in. We'll make sure you're accounted for. But this is a conversation that we want to have because nobody else is willing to have it with you. Honestly, I feel like Casey and I are like the two uncles that are like, yo, your parents aren't willing to have that conversation with you. No, it's like we're your relatives. You know what I'm saying? Like close relatives that are having to step in because your parents are too nervous to have the conversation with you. The birds and the bees talk. So we'll have it with you. And because your school ain't going to do it with you, we're going to have it with you. Because your faculties aren't going to have it with you, we're going to have it with you. I mean, honestly, like they care a lot about you, especially when they built a relationship with you. But at the end of the day, most people are stuck still. And a lot of times, even with faculty members, Casey, they haven't even gone through the whole process of becoming physical therapists. So they're going off of what they've seen from other students or what they've read or what they've been told. But we're going to talk about this and actually break it down because that's important. But Casey, as we're transitioning and preparing for Sunday, which I want every single person who's watching this live or watching this on replay to be there. This is not going to be on Facebook. This is not a Facebook live stream. We do these all the time. This is This is on a completely different platform where like there's a registration link so that you can have access to it. You can have your code to be able to enter the live room. But we want to have this conversation because this is going to free a lot of pre-PTs who feel like this next shot will not happen because of either being rejected before, because of comparing themselves to other people, because of realizing that maybe their low GPA doesn't meet the status quo or the standards for what they're being told is the expectations, for feeling like no matter how hard they're working on their GRE, it just doesn't add up. We need to talk. We need to talk. Because if you're going to have a shot at getting accepted into PT school this year, this is no longer a, hey, if you kind of want to have a better chance. No, no, no. If you want to have a shot at getting accepted, well, we really have to break down some false beliefs and show you exactly what you need to do to make that happen. Otherwise, it adds up in the same way that every pre-PT that we've spoken to, like, that's gotten themselves stuck. Like pre-PTs that were like, yo, Joseph, I tried harder. Yo, quick, like there's a young lady that came in here and did a live stream with me, not too long ago, and she shared her story. Ariana, and Ariana was talking about like her journey to PT school acceptance. She applied the first time, and the first time she said in the live stream, the first time Casey, she was like, hey, like let me just go for it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Like it's shoot. Like if all goes well, all goes well. And so she did, and got rejected. So while that was painful, she still knew she wanted to be a physical therapist. She's like, shoot, I don't have any other backup plans. This is what I want to do. And so she decided that the next time she was going to apply, she would retake as many classes as she could. She would like work her tail off. She would find ways to stand out. All the things that were told as pre-PTs, all the things that we were told as pre-PTs, shadow, do more hours, become a tech, do this, do that, do this, do that. And she applied the second time knowing, wow, like she felt like she had done everything in her power to get into physical therapy school. She was like, yo, I've done my part. Like she literally walked in there confident, as saying, "Yo, like it's a wrap." And so Ariana then accounts for me, and she said, "Joseph, I applied, and I still didn't get in." Early last year, she posts inside of the pre-doctor physical therapy students page right here, and she shares kind of what her situation was. She felt stuck. She was like, "I don't know what else to do." Brandy, good to see you. Sam, good to see you. Sorry, Samantha. I make up nicknames, so if it's not Sam, I apologize. But really, like she posted and said, "Hey guys, this is my situation. Can somebody help me?" I happened to see it, and so we started talking. I reached out to her. I said, "Hey, send me a message. Let's actually talk." And she just told me her whole story. And what I what I heard in everything that she was saying was what I've heard from so many other pre-PTs. It says it's this feeling of I've done everything I feel like is possible. I still want this, but I've done everything that I feel is possible, and now I'm stuck. I don't know what the heck to do next. I don't know what to do next. I don't know if it's even like, is it worth it? Is it worth it to try again? Joseph, I just did what I thought was my best application possible. I just did what I thought I could possibly do based on where I am, my GPA, this, that, and the other. And I was like, tell you what, let's get on a conversation. We got on the phone. Really, what we did is we broke down her application. And I said, honestly, I don't believe that was your best cycle yet. I don't. I don't. And I mean, it was probably hard for her to believe. If Ariana's on here, she can confirm. But it was probably hard for her to believe. But for her, we had to take certain steps to make sure that when she applied this last time, just a few months ago, she just applied for this 2018 cycle, that after getting rejected 2 years in a row, she won. She got accepted, and we were like losing our ish, and she was crying and all that, boohooing. But as she was looking back, she was like, it's almost impossible to believe, but this cycle absolutely does not compare with what I did during my second time round. And why this is important for so many pre-PTs to understand is because so many pre-PTs are going to stop themselves just a few inches from gold. She almost did. She almost did. She had every right to, as a pre-PT, according to what we're told. She had every right to, according to what she had put. She had put in her effort. She had every right to because her family had started saying, "Hey, yo, check it out. Like, why don't you try something else?" Like all the things that we struggle with. But the honest truth is, the fear was like, can I actually do this again and not screw myself over like before? Honestly, it's not really screwing myself over. Can the system just not screw me over? Can I do this again and just feel like I have an actual shot at getting in? Can I actually, Joseph, can I guarantee, Casey, can I guarantee my acceptance into PT school? And for her, we shared with her what we're about to share with you on Sunday. And she's about to be a DPT student this year. And so I want to make sure that this year, as many pre-PTs as possible understand that it's absolutely possible. If there's nothing else you get from us, is that it's absolutely possible. Don't for 1 second, don't let what you're feeling in terms of your own self-doubts, because I've had plenty of my own. Oh my goodness, I'm nervous half the time I'm breathing, and like I've had my own personal self-doubts. I've had doubts imparted on me by people around me that think that I'm maybe going the wrong direction. Shoot, to the point where my family didn't even want me to be a PT. All right, and I'm sure a lot of you have felt that. I'm sure a lot of you have felt the weight of just being like, yo, like I feel like I'm fighting this battle alone. I feel like I'm swinging a game that just won't allow me to win, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to go at it again. I don't know if I'm willing to apply. And for those of you that are applying the first time, it's like I don't know if I'll even like have a shot. It's like you're doing it with just this fear that it won't work because it is such a competitive program, because so many other programs, take in so many students, like the school that I heard of, that took in 1,600 applicants and accepted 100. Like we hear stuff like that and it just gets in our head. But it's absolutely possible, and we're going to share with you how. We want to break that down with you. Casey, man, I know I've spoken. I'm just speaking from the heart, bro. But is there anything you want to give to these young winners, man?
Yeah, on all the calls that I've gotten on, I just heard pretty much the same thing as you. It's all doubt. It's all disbelief. It's all can I actually do this? I had one call. It was just like, yeah, I've seen your videos. Yeah, I saw Ben's videos. I saw Ariana Donette, and that's amazing. I don't know. That's crazy. They got in, but can I? I can't do that. It can't be me. Oh no, no. Ben's different. Oh no, no, no. Donette's she's different. She has a family to support her. No, no, Ariana's different. Victoria's different. Oh no. Sarah and Sanaya, no, they're different. No.
Wow.
It cannot be me. And I think it's something we all struggle with. It's not gonna go away. It's gonna follow us through everything we do.
It's true.
But I think one way I think one part of this of how to guarantee acceptance is to guarantee it to yourself first. I think you have to do that first, because nobody else can really do it for you. Like myself and Joseph, we're done. We made it. Like, hey, cross the finish line. Like, this is not for us. Like, we can go work. We can come home and watch NBA or the NFL and
Shoot,
chill.
this is my clinic shirt. Damn, I'm a PT already, so shit. Like,
I just
that's
took
what I'm
mine
like.
off downstairs. Exactly. We don't need this. This is not for us. We cannot do it for you. We can't take your licensing exam. We can't go back to PT school for you. This is all you. So you have to start there. I mean, you have to guarantee it to yourself first before you can guarantee that acceptance. You have to guarantee, like, okay, school, I'm going to do everything in my power to do this. Okay, school, this is what I can bring to the table. I can guarantee this for you, Mr. School, Miss Faculty Lady. You have to start there, or they're going to see right through you. Like you guys can see right through a fake ad. You guys can see right through something fake. They can do the same thing. If you're fake, they go, hell no, I'm not accepting you to my school. So you got to start there. I think for myself as well, when I came to that realization, like, all right, let's do this again. Let's put everything into it. Like, I guaranteed it to myself. Like, I started with me. It was nothing else going to tell me, no, you're not getting in next cycle. I guaranteed it to myself. And I think a lot of people think that they are doing that, like you told about the story with Ariana. And our business coach the other day talked about this to us, talked about self-sabotage. And
Yeah.
I think when we get so close to making our dreams a reality, or so close to actually putting in the effort or doing everything we can, or turning up the thermostat like he told us the other day. We do small things here and there to kind of self-sabotage ourselves, to not do everything to guarantee it to ourselves to get in. Oh, I can do it myself. Oh, I don't need this. I don't have to put in the work. I don't have to do that extra hour. I don't have to start early. I don't have to I don't have to invest in myself. I don't have to go to this conference. I don't have to do this. I'm good. I can
preach,
I just have to make one small change. I just got to retake that class, right? Oh, I just got to take the GRE again, right? Oh, I just got to ask a different person to write my letters, right? And that might be a part of it. Of course, we will hash all that out, but I think we do small things here and there to be like, just to self-sabotage ourselves, to not guarantee that acceptance. So I think for me, just from my experience, we have to start there. Guarantee that to yourself, and the rest will follow. Guarantee that, and make sure your belief systems are rock solid. Make sure those are rock solid, and you don't let doubt creep into yourself. So start there. How do you guarantee it? Start with your freaking self, because you're the freaking one who's going through the process and becoming a PT. So start there.
It's that simple. If you're stuck, if you don't feel like you are setting yourself up for, like, if you're already like, man, I got a 4.0 GPA, Joseph and Casey, I got everything lined up, everything seems crystal clear. Okay, this might not be for you. But if you're saying, there's certain things that are holding me back, and I don't know if I can, I don't know. I don't know if this is the year. I don't know if I have to apply 5 times. I don't know. Okay, I need you to be there on Sunday. And if you have not already signed up, if you have not already registered, honestly, just comment here. Comment, invite me. Comment, invite me. And if you don't want other people to see you comment, it's fine. Send me or Casey a private message. And we'll make sure that you have access to it. Because I can guarantee you that it's going to be worth every bit of your time. Don't self-sabotage. Don't get in your own way. Guarantee your acceptance. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you on Sunday. Let's freaking get it.